There it is, the 30th rung on the ladder of divine ascent. The 30th rung is love. Hello, brothers and sisters. Father Peter John coming to you from All Saints Orthodox Church in Bloomington, Indiana. Christ is in our midst. I'm thankful that you have completed this Lenten journey of the ladder of divine ascent with me. Today we're talking about love. Love, it's the highest of the rungs on the ladder. It is the rung where we see Jesus reaching out his arms, welcoming us, having achieved love. St. John reminds us that God is love. He tells us that there is no higher form that we can reach than to be in perfect love. He reminds us that love is free from fear. He reminds us that love doesn't take time thinking negative, bad thoughts, that it doesn't have time for that. It thinks no evil, as St. Paul says in his letter to the Corinthians. St. John reminds us that if we're in love with someone in earthly terms, that we are always thinking of them, both in sleep and in waking. Their face is always in our mind and on our heart. There's a longing for us to be with them. St. John tells us that is the way that we should love God, always having his face, his goodness, always having him in our mind and in our heart. St. John encourages us not to be angry, not to be condemning of others, but to grow in our love for God and for our neighbor. He has beautiful words as he says, love bestows prophecy, love yields miracles, love is an abyss of illumination, love is a fountain of fire. In the measure that it wells up, it inflames the thirsty soul. Finally, St. John encourages us with these words. Speaking to his monks, he says, ascend, brothers, ascend eagerly, or climb, let us climb, and be resolved in our hearts to ascend, to hear him who says, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of our God, who makes our feet like hinds' feet and sets us upon high places, that we might be victors with his song. St. John of the Ladder of Divine Ascent is the book. I hope and pray that this has been a fruitful journey for you during this great and holy Lent. And now we approach Lazarus Saturday, the raising of Lazarus, Palm Sunday, the triumphal entry of Christ into Jerusalem, and the holiest of Holy Weeks as we prepare our hearts for great and holy Pascha. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be.